Yeah, you look great. And I'm going to sit right next to you just
Right.
because of the framing of the camera.
Right.
And I'm going to give us a 3, 2, 1. Then we'll breathe for a second, and then I'm going to start talking.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we can do 100 takes if we need.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But hopefully we'll just do it in one.
Right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope I have good audio on this. I didn't bring a microphone to record this, but I promised you guys that if I could pull it off, I was going to have wise words from a wise woman today. And I want to introduce you guys to one of the most phenomenal people that I know personally, and of course I'm a little biased, but this is my mother, Dee. Her name is Dolores, but she goes by Dee Bradley. I would say that, you know, of course between her and my dad, I'm a product of them, so half of all the good stuff comes from her, and the other half from my dad. But that said, I had this idea. My mom just got some labs done. I'm not going to share a whole lot about this, but you know, she had some labs done, and we were looking at them, and I was chatting with her doctor, and we both agreed that my mom's internal chemistry is healthier than some 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds, right? And you're a little bit older than that.
I'm a little bit older.
A little bit older than that.
A lot older than that.
And so I thought what we would do is go ahead and just say, hey, Mom, you know, you're aging really well. What's your tricks, right? And we might come back to this a few times because I think my mom has a lot of really great sage advice. But I thought maybe today what we could do is just talk about the top 3 things, if you had to just pull 3 things out of the air, if you would have known 50 or 60 years ago, you know, and I could do this to be healthy. You know, if I would have known this 50 or 60 years ago, that would have helped me. Just think about those 3 things, and I would say, you know, what would be the, I don't want to say number 1 thing, but in that top 3, what would you say?
No, about the number 1 thing I would say is to drink lots of water. And I don't mean drink pop, I mean drink water. That's liquid, but water is best for your system and your body. And it keeps your body clean, it flushes everything out of your body, and that's a good way to go, is to keep your body hydrated.
I agree. What's funny is, and as you guys know, and my mom doesn't know this, and this is what's brilliant about this, in the Epic 5 plan, we have 5 basic modules, right? That's the 5. The very first module is hydration, teaching people how to drink water. And I can tell you that here, these guys go through, you know, and they get the bottled water, the purified water, so they do a good job there. But no, that's great. I love that advice. It's the same advice I give. So I think that's fantastic. So I guess, like I said, guys, I'm a product of her. So what's the second thing that you'd recommend?
To keep your body going, you want to keep the stress level down. And I know as you go through life, you have lots of stresses in your life. If you're really stressed and you feel really bad, you need to leave what you're doing. If you're sitting down, get up, go outdoors, take a walk, and come back, and you'll feel a lot better.
And I think that's great advice. In fact, and the dogs are saying hi too, guys. In fact, I think it's such great advice that can keep the stress level down, that one of our Epic 5 modules, again, is the de-stressing module. And so I think that that's very important too. And again, you can see how I was influenced when I was being raised. But my mom has a really good point, and it's actually a very good trick. And I'm actually going to write this into our curriculum. Have a change of environment. If you're in a stressful situation, it's probably not good to sit and stew about it. Stay there. You know, go for a walk. You know, I mean, it's a great advice. Go walk around the block, and if you get back to wherever you were and you're still upset, maybe go around the block again, and maybe just keep doing that. I had a good friend of mine that just was absolutely just very chill in his attitude toward life, and his name was Frank. And I said, Frank, you know, what's your trick? And he said, a lot of walks to and from the grocery store. And so that's what he would do. He would get stressed. If he'd get stressed, and he'd walk down to the grocery store and then walk back. And, you know, sometimes he forgot a cucumber, so he'd have to go back and get, you know, and I think it's good advice. I mean, again, it's great.
Great.
So what's the third tip that you'd give?
I forgot.
Well, we were talking earlier about, I mean, there's a lot of things that you threw out there, but staying active was a big one.
Stay active. Yes,
Yeah.
Stay active. As long as you can stay active, you know, you can go to classes, meet with people, you can do whatever you want to do in your activity at that group. You can go to the gym, you can run, just really stay active.
And I think that, I mean, I don't know if you can see my mom here, but she is. I won't share your weight, but she, she's not overweight at all, and she's just a bundle of muscles. I'm telling you. I always say that she's got good farm stock in her. I think I won't say your age either, but she's got a few years on her of wisdom. And I think just the other day you were out with a handsaw chopping up wood in the yard. I mean, the lady keeps herself active and is always on the go, and has been since my earliest memories, in fact. I mean, even on days off or in the evenings, my folks would put in whole day of work like everybody else, and then come home and work until every night dusk out in the yard or on a house project or, this or that. I mean, just always staying busy.
We were always busy. In the garden, if you want to do a lot of exercise, get a garden spot. Raise your crops.
Yeah.
Raise your fruits. Raise your vegetables. And that's the best you can do. That would really help your body too.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, she's got a lot of great tips. I think what we'll do is periodically, since I'm down here enough, I think what I'll do is periodically jump on a video with my mom and my dad, either together or separately. These guys have so much to share, and I think that you'll see as you start to meet more about my folks, how I was influenced, and really I don't know that was intentional. It's just the way you were raised, and then that's the way you raised me, and then that's the way we've raised our kids, and it's cool to watch that generationally. But at the same time, it's cool on my end that it accidentally developed into this Epic 5 plan that we hope will help millions of people around the planet. So
yes.
You're influential in that. So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.